football and indeed, revenue generation for Malawi football using television and indeed the right holding platforms for the game. I thank you all for your attention, and may we all witness this auspicious occasion and indeed join hands to move our football forward as we continue raising the bar in Malawian football. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, GS Football Association of Malawi, Mr. Alfred Gunda, for that speech. In his presentation, the General Secretary of Football Association of Malawi has alluded to that Super League of Malawi is a huge stakeholder in this project because it will be the first beneficiary with all these 16 Super League teams benefiting. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome to the podium Mr. Malinda Chinyama, the Treasurer General of Saulos, to give us his remarks as how he looks at these projects and how it will benefit football for the Super League. Mr. Chinyama, please.
I stand here representing the President of as he already introduced, I'm the Treasurer for Super League of Malawi. My name is Malinda Chinyama. We at the Super League of Malawi, Saulos, we are very happy, and indeed I think this has come at the right time when we've got the COVID pandemic that is disturbing everything in our economy, and in particular football. The pandemic has really disturbed the income generating activities of football. As you are aware, our major source of income has been the supporters who watch football. At the moment, the supporters cannot be allowed to go into the stadiums and watch football, at the same time support football. Meanwhile, the teams cannot even train because the numbers where people can gather have been reduced, and even playing in an empty stadium is becoming a problem. Most of the teams, it means they're suffering. Most of the teams are failing to pay their players. We look at players as in football at Saulos as employees of our membership, and when this project is materializing like this, we feel it's a turning corner. It's a milestone in the commercialization of football, that the revenues of our membership, which are our teams, at the end of the day will be maximized, and they'll be able to make profits, at the same time improve the welfare of players, and also be a major economic player in the economy of Malawi. We are also aware that our supporters, who are our major stakeholders, have been starved of entertainment. And the coming in of this project, we believe, will provide that gap where the supporters lack the entertainment. With the laws that have been put forward to contain the pandemic. We also are thankful has worked hard day and night. I will travel long distances, and at the end of the day, we are today having this project materialized. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I rushed in recognizing the the high table here. Finally, Your Justice Honorable Jabbar Alide, Mr. Dennis Chilwa, CEO for Mdbnl, the farm executives, the place and the officials from our National Council of Sports. Let me apologize that I did not recognize you at first. Please accept my apology. Please. Thank you. Sure.
This project, the football pay TV channel, will greatly benefit the Super League of Malawi, as its membership are struggling to get the much needed revenue from sales of match day tickets. So Super League has warmly welcomed this project. Ladies and gentlemen, as history will be written, to say one day football in Malawi established a pay TV channel, that time probably will not be there. But it would be important to put things on record, to say, how did this process start? Who were key people in this process? Your Honor, Justice Chakwera, first Vice President of Football Association of Malawi, and Mr. Dennis Chirwa, CEO of Malawi Digital Broadcasting Network. Allow me to invite to the podium Madam Felistas Dosi, who is the chairperson of this project, to share with us insights and what they have done and what they have gone through, the technical process for us to be here. Madam Felistas Dosi, your turn, please.
Good morning. Let me recognize the presence of Justice Chakwera, the Football Association of Malawi First Vice President. Let me also recognize the presence of Mr. Dennis Chirwa, who is the CEO of Malawi Digital Broadcasting Network Limited, and also Mr. Malinda Chinyama, who is standing in for the President of the Super League of Malawi Sports Council, and all members. Like Mr. Tambala has alluded, this has been a journey which started, I think, last year, towards the end of last year. Football Association of Malawi, in conjunction with Sulom, formed, that is spearheading this project. I am the one that is chairing that committee and members of the Super League Association of Malawi. But on top of that, since I think TV broadcasting is a technical issue, we formed a technical committee which comprised of Mr. Felix Sapao, who is sitting there. We have Mr. Mazunda as part of that technical committee. We have Mr. Dumisani Nguluwe as part of that technical committee. We've got Mr. Maneno Ntawali, who is also part of that technical committee. So if you look at these technical people, you'd appreciate that we really want to make this project work by the end of the day. So what have we done so far to reach this stage? Put an advert in the newspaper. Had taken us through what needs to be done, what are the requirements. With the technical team, we had to go to each and every media house that applied. We had to inspect all the equipment for the media houses that have applied. After that rigorous exercise, We had a number of meetings with Mdbnl to this project, and going forward, drawing board, talk to our technical people, test the equipment so that we should be able to know when we can roll out and also how we're going to do the same. So it's work in progress, but this is one of the milestones for the project. So to that end, I would like to thank you all for being here today. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Madam Felista Dossi, the chairperson of Football Pay TV Channel Technical Committee, and also executive member of Football Association of Malawi. At this point, my Lord Justice Jabbar Alide, having listened to the submission by the chair of the technical committee, would like to appreciate if indeed ready for this project. People have talked a lot. Things have happened behind the scenes. Now Mr. Dennis Chiro is here, the CEO of Malawi Digital Broadcast Network. Are we ready? Mr. Chiro, may I invite you to the front to make your remarks. Mr. Chiro, sir.
May I start by recognizing Justice Jabbar Alide, who is the firm first Vice President. And may I also recognize Ms. Susan Bejele, who is the Administrative Manager in the Malawi National Sports Council. Alfred Gunda, the Secretary General firm, and the representative Malinda Chinyama, who is representing Solom and is the Solom Treasurer General, the media that is here, and everyone who is following us. I'd like to appreciate that today we are making a positive step towards the fulfillment of the project. This project, as already stated, started as a journey which was a wishful thinking. With the taken, we, the two sides, came up with something that we could attain to say we can manage. As a channel, yes, we have agreed and are continuing to make progress to ensure that the channel rolls out, and as Mdbnl, our network is ready to take up the channel. As we'll be taking up this channel, we are also mindful that the network covers from Karonga to Nsanje, from Kota Kota to somewhere Mchinji, with very small parts of the areas not having the network, which as we are rolling out this project, we shall be taking into consideration those that are not in the network range. As we are talking and as we are making these advancements, Mdbnl assigned a channel number to the channel. This will be channel number 122. So on our platform, starting from this meeting, as we discussed, channel number 122 will be renamed according to the name that will be suggested here or has been suggested. I don't know the name yet, but I know the channel number, 122. We will be moving forward to ensure that we bring the right quality to the public. We will bring the content as given to us with the requested, as we will be giving them the technical specifications of the channel. We are broadcasting SD standard definition platform, and the standard definition platform which meets the minimum standards, and for sure if you compare it, it may be among the best. For those that have watched some of the channels, I'm sure you can compare to HD, but they are SD. And we are really, with the team, under the guidance of the lady chair, we will make everything possible to ensure that this project gives Malawi what they have been waiting for. I still remember when I was young, I have grown much of my time in the rural setup, so I know exactly what we are going into. At that time, I can tell you that 1978-79, I knew the whole lineup of the Malawi national team. And when Malawi was playing with Kenya, I remember that time I was in Standard 5 a certain year, and we were writing exams. And I refused to go for the afternoon session because Malawi was playing with Kenya. My father was a teacher, and I told him that I am sick. So when Malawi scored, I was so joyful that I made noise, and my father heard me in the class. So he said, you did go because you were listening to football. So you can see the passion that is already there. People are glued to the radio to listen. What more, the video? So someone said that TV or video appeals to both the literate and the illiterate. So we are bringing content that everyone, whoever is in Malawi, will appreciate and enjoy, and we will bring unity and joy to the public. So we are committed, and we work closely together to ensure that within the shortest period of time, this thing rolls out positively. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Happy, Mr. Jiro, that though you missed classes, you were able to pass, and that's why you are here to drive something that is at the heart of your life. Having you assured us that Malawi Digital Broadcast Network is ready, there's a channel dedicated, channel 1, 2, Malawi football in this country. You have assured that people will be able to watch this channel from every corner of this country. We have no choice but to put pen to paper. So this is the time, ladies and gentlemen, and all our viewers who are watching us live on Mibawa television, to witness the moment of truth where Football Association of Malawi and Malawi Digital Broadcast Network are signing a memorandum of understanding today, 11th February 2021, breaking history in this country, to say football is now getting commercialized in a very, very serious way. May I now invite the General Secretary of Football Association of Malawi, Mr. Alfred Gunda, to move in front and allow the two gentlemen to put pen to paper to ensure and guarantee that this project is indeed taking place. Kale naga nkane na saina ni lelo. Where history being made. We keep record at our office at Malawi Digital Broadcast Network, and we also keep the same record at Football Association of Malawi. After I will thank you very much. May complete. There's an authority was signed and there's a witness that makes the MOU complete. Thank you very much. May I now allow the two of you to get seated and invite just Jabal Alide and Mr. Dennis Chirwa. Just if you can stand up and show the media and probably exchange the two documents and shake. You are not shaking hands because the face, yeah. The face of the document, Mr. Alide, you might, yeah. Yeah, you can exchange the documents. Thank you very much. Well, the deed has been done. Now, allow me to invite to the podium Justice Jabal Alide, First Vice President of the Football Association of Malawi, to say, here we are. So, talk to us, Mr. Alide.
Mr. Dennis Chirwa, the Chief Executive Officer for the Malawi Digital Broadcasting Network, Madam Susan Benjere, the Administrative Manager, the Malawi National Council for Sports, the Super League of Malawi Treasurer, Madam Felicitas Dosi, the team leader for the project, and also the chairperson of the Football Association of Malawi Competitions and Marketing Subcommittee, Mr. Alfred Gunda, the FAM General Secretary, and your entire team from the Secretariat present this morning, the representative of the independent consultant involved in this project, Mr. Felix Sapao, the representatives of the Super League. These are the teams present this morning. I've seen
Nyasa, Big Bullets, I've seen Topa FC, I've seen Tigers, I've seen before. Members of both the print and the electronic gentlemen. Firstly, let me thank you all for taking your time to come for this very important event. We are aware that these have indeed been very challenging times for everyone in this country. The effects of COVID-19 have not only negatively impacted on football, but has also impacted negatively on our day-to-day undertakings, including attendance to meetings and functions of this nature. Let me therefore thank you all for taking the time to come for this function. And most importantly, let me thank the Almighty God, for He has given us the grace to survive the pandemic up to this point and has protected us from the scourge. I can speak without any contradiction that some of us have come up apprentices in this whole thing. Some of us have just smelt it afar. Some of us have graduated from this. No wonder some are putting 2 masks. Maybe graduates. But thanks to Almighty for sparing our lives up to this day. Because of the effects of COVID-19 pandemic, I must say on behalf of the Football Association of Malawi that the year has been quite difficult and very challenging. Our key responsibility, which is running the game of football in this country, has been highly impacted since football activities have remained suspended for the greater part of the year. Our elite league, which is the Super League, has been on and off. Our district leagues remain suspended up to this point. Our youth league is non-existent. Our grassroots league is non-existent. It's been a very difficult year for football. It's been a very difficult year for Football Association of Malawi. Amid all these problems, we have strived as Football Association of Malawi to still undertake some of our key projects, regardless of the fact that we made a decision as Football Association to suspend all projects, because in our view, implementation of such projects was going to be a very big problem, especially those requiring physical attendance of personnel to execute them. However, I can highlight that we have still strived to implement some key activities that we planned for the year. For example, we have introduced the 60 million kwacha district leagues to develop and unearth hidden talent from all the districts across the country. What remains is just implementation. Once we get clearance that the leagues can go ahead and start playing, we will immediately roll out the regional, the district leagues. We have introduced minimum wage for all the Super League players. $500,000 kwacha. This also applies to bonuses for coaches increased by 1,000% from 30,000 kwacha to 300,000 kwacha per game. And a lot of other initiatives like rolling out of the e-ticketing for the Super League, which we are doing in phases. But the most important of it all is that the Football Association of Malawi for the Super League. It is out of this high-level workshop that we are, because one of the key results of this high-level commercialization workshop was for the association to bring football forward to all the people in this country through a dedicated pay football intent as enshrined in our motto of raising the bar, which states, and I quote, to embrace a business culture that thrives on enable stakeholders make informed decisions that are accurate, reliable, and timely sourced from self-owned digital platforms. Digitizing the game is the signed this morning will provide us with keys to unlock the hidden potential commercialization agenda, which is promoting the brand of football so that it attracts the lucrative sponsorships and also commercializes the game to generate income money is all what the game of football needs to grow. And having run the game with scarce resources ever since, this provides an opportunity to us to start spending money to the benefit of the key stakeholders participating in the game, especially the clubs. We get troubled as an association when we see how football clubs are suffering and struggling to operate against high expectations from their fans. We are therefore banking our hopes on this TV broadcasting that it will open up new commercial avenues to bring local football into the homes of fans and into the offices of businesses, etc., etc. Its real value. Suffice to say that the advantages of having this pay TV channel are huge. It guarantees sustainable revenues for our Super League teams who have struggled for a very long time. Talent. It brings entertainment into the homes of soccer-loving Malawians across the country. It provides escalated value to our sponsors as they expose their brands beyond the stadium walls. It's an unquestionable source of employment to youth who will be involved in the production of content, selling of decoders, marketing and customer support services, and many other employment opportunities that this pay TV channel will bring to the fore. Channel will be a perfect way of ensuring that our fans stay at home whilst enjoying the beautiful game of football. As part of this project, I'd like to call upon all the football fans in this country to go and buy the so that together we can support the growth of a beautiful game. Snapshot of the coverage of the network. I hope we'll take advantage of that and spread these decoders. And how come saiwality agulema decoders are clear the car part. East and Central Africa Synergy. This was the case at that time to all of us. I remember that time he was in standard 5, I was in standard 2 that time. So we really used to get glued to the radio once there's a football match. Finally, let me thank the Malawi government through the Ministries of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Information for supporting and facilitating this initiative. This would not have been possible without the cooperation and goodwill of the Malawi government from the start to finish. We knocked on their doors. They did not shun us, but gave us a helping hand through lobbying for this project. The government fatherly support all the time. We would also want to say thank you to our independent team of consultants and the members of the project team who committed their time and skills to help us identify our host content producers in a very professional and transparent manner. You have added a very big value to the project and also given the selection process time. Much for opening your doors to Malawi football at this critical juncture when we needed a new direction to forge ahead. Mr. Chira, Mdbnl, for citizen to us. You have shown that you don't just love football, but you also mean serious business for football in this country. We appreciate the sacrifice and the investment that you have made to dream come true. We can talk and talk and talk about this, but Mdbnl has made a huge investment towards this project. We are counting on you, Mdbnl, on your commitment and continued support to make this partnership successful for the betterment of the country, for the betterment of this beautiful game of football. We trust, with no doubt, in your capabilities, and we believe, with no doubt, that you give Malawians nothing but the best. With these remarks, I would like to thank you once again for coming to this milestone event. We hope that, as usual, you, the key stakeholder, our key stakeholder, the media, will support this initiative and spread the message for the benefit of the whole country, for the benefit of football-loving Malawians. Thank you very much for your attention, and may God always bless you all the time, and may we please continue staying safe, our masks on, washing hands, and observing social distance, because we want to see you here next year. Thank you very much.
Lide for that inspirational speech, and all of us for attentively listening. From the speech, I've just been inspired that when CEO Dennis Chilwa was in Standard 5, Justice Jabba, and yet we all meet here because of football. That's the power of football. It unites and cuts across all demographic barriers. Thank you so much, once again, all of us, for attending the function. As we tell off, and the crowd hands for this historic event. This marks the end of our program. Before we switch to media interviews, we started with a prayer, and I think it would be appropriate that we also proceed with prayer. I will soon advise how the media interviews will be done, but as I do that, may I allow Grace to come and offer the course of prayer. Grace.
Mene munditindi mene watera mwambo kuno ku crossroads kuchokera mu mzinda wa Blantyre mene bungwe mene mayendetsa masewero mdziko muno la football sibino Malawi famu Chilima kumukumbukira nso kuti kunali anthu osiyanasiyana kumene taonako ndithu amene anayimira bungwe la famu Justice Jabba alidi analinso malo mwana amene ndithu akanena kuti apanga chilichonse kuti zinthu zimene angoziyamba zikhale zikuchitika. Ndipo pakadali pano ndi CEO wa bungwe limeneli la famu amene ndithu so kunkuna amene atifotokozere ndi kufunikira kwa mambo amenewo ndikotani komanso mwina chitsogolo chake chikakhale motani. Takula njani mwina kulu kwafotokozera mambo khala kuyembekezera kwa nthawi yayitali lero watheka chitsogolo chikhale motani?
Zoona ndithokoze kwambiri kuti kwa nthawi yoyamba mbiri ya mpira wa Malawi kuno tafika pamene tafika apa makamaka kuti tapanga ubale tasayinira mgwirizano umene tikunena kuti tikuyamba channel chimene Malawi Digital Broadcasting Network atipatsa kuti channel chimene chikhale cholipiritsa kuti chizibweretsa ndithu chuma mpira muno Malawi kuti zimene zichitike enda ndithu mundo zitali takhala tukumana kuona kuti kodi kwanza tuzimayenda bwanji Malawi kuno. Ndipo pamene tafika pano ife ya Football Association ya Malawi Digital Broadcasting Network tapanga ubale kuti iwo atipatsa koma ifeyo ngati Football Association tipeza amene adzitikonzera mipira imeneyi amene tikuti ma content producers kuti tidzikayika channel imeneyi mipira imeneyi nthawi imene mipira imeneyi ikuseweredwa.
Kungwatsimikizira Malawi mwina kufunikira kwake ndikotani?
Kufunikira kwake kwambiri kwa zimenezi ndiko kuti Amalawi timakonda mpira mu nthawi ino ya COVID-19 tili ndi zoletsa zambiri kuti anthu tidzunjikana malo amodzi. Imodzi ya pamwamba imene itabweretse mpira m'makomo mwathu kuti aliyense mwinaso mbuyo monse mutakhala umakonda mpira mwina omangomvera komano aliyense athe kumaonera mudziko lonse lino la Malawi mpira wathu wa Malawi kuti tiyendere limodzi kupita chitsogolo. Komanso mu nthawi ino ya COVID-19 tithe kukhala ndi njira yatsopano imene idzibweretsa chuma ku masewero a mpira kuti zithandizire mpira m'matimu athu komanso mu Super League yathu imene imadalira kwambiri chuma chimene chimapangidwa ndi masewero a mpira.
Tathokoza kwambiri Mr. Fred Gunda amene ndithu wa bungwe komanso ene amene tsiku la lero asayinirana ndi bungwe limene la famu amene wandithu ndi Lazarus Chakwera. Tathokoza kwambiri.
Zikomo kwambiri.
Mwina kungofotokozera Malawi mwambo umene wachitika tsiku la leroli ndi ofunikira kotani mu mbiri ya dziko lino kumbali yokhudzana ndi mpira?
Tinganene kuti kumbali ya mpira I think tibweresa zinthu zimene anthu amazisowa kwambiri makomo ya anthu. Koma kwa ineyo ndinganene kuti pangitsa kuti anthu ambiri adziwe kuti kriye ndi chani. Kwa ifeyo tikaonyadira kuti tili nawo ngene akhalena atenga nawo mbali yotukula mpira wa Malawi. Ndipo potukula mpira wa Malawi ifeso kampani yathu ikhala ikudziwika osiyanasiyana malo osiyanasiyana. Ndikukhulupirira pa nthawi ino chifukwa cha competition anthu ena sakudziwa kuti kriye ndi chani. Koma chifukwa cha zingati pawo zipangisa anthu ambiri kuona kufunikira kukhala ndi kriye. Akamadziona pa akhalaso ndi chidwi kuti akanecho chitipangisa ifeyo kuti nawonso asinthe masikilo awo chifukwa aziziona wokhaso pamenepo.
Pomaliza mwina chitsimikizo chanu ndi chotani zinthu zangoyambika anthu amakhalabe ndi chikayiko zinthu zikangoyamba kumatsimikizira bwanji kuti zinthu zimene zizayambika ndipo zichitikadi?
Ndili ndi chikhulupiriro kuti nthawi imene tatenga yagwirizana ndiponso tataona zinthu zina zosiyanasiyana zimene zingapangise kuti mwina ulendo wathu ukhale wofoka. Zinthu zimenezo mukukambirana kwathu tazichosa ndiye ndi chiyembekezo kuti anthu mukafika pa stage yoti tisaine ndiye kuti nonsenu mtima wanu wavomera kuti zimene tagwirizanazi zikhala zinthu zothandiza fika pa stage yosaina. Sungangofika kuti next mavuto ena ndi ena muzithandizana kuti
tathokoza kwambiri zabwino zonse.
Zikomo kwambiri.
Amene ndithu ndi Lazarus Chakwera amene anafotokoza mwambo umene onetsera zinthu zawo zosonyeza kuti zinthu zimezi zikhaleso zikutheka. Panso ndithu tabweretsanso representative kuchokera ku bungwe limene la Saulos amene ndithu amalinda chinyama. Takulandirani.
Zikomo kwambiri.
Mwina mwambo umene ndiofunikira kotani kumbali yanu a Saulos amene mayendetsa ligi kwathu kuno Malawi?
Ya Saulos, I think